Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Lauren from the blog laurennicolejones.com, and today I wanted to go through just some basic nursing items and postpartum items that I will be using for this fourth baby. I'm just sitting on the floor literally in my room going through things, and so I wanted to bring the camera along and just film and just show you guys kind of what I'm going to be doing for this fourth baby. I remember when I was pregnant with my first, I bought all the things and I really didn't need all of the things. And so I'll just kind of go through what has worked for me and what I feel like you really need, and then the things that are not as essential, and we'll go from there. So first up on the list that I actually haven't bought yet, but I'm going to be buying, are just the Maxi Pads. I get the really thick ones and/or Depends underwear, because there's a lot of bleeding that happens at the beginning, and so I like to have those stored in a basket right next to my toilet when I get home. I don't bring these to the hospital just because they have everything that you need at the hospital. So all of this stuff that I'm going to be showing you, I'm actually going to be keeping at home. I'll do a hospital bag video later because they give you everything that you need. So first thing on the list that I'm not going to be showing today are the Maxi Pads. I just like to get the really big ones and go from there, lessen as I need. I think with every kid I've had to use less and less of these, which is really nice. I'm not sure why. And next to the Maxi Pads, I like to have a bottle of Advil or ibuprofen. I just like to have it in case I'm sore or just things are uncomfortable. I don't always use it, but it's just nice to have just in case. And for me, I can only speak to a vaginal birth. I've never had a cesarean birth, and I've never had to go through the C-section or anything like that. So if you are planning on having a C-section, or if you are wondering what to get after C-section, I would probably not be able to give the best advice on that. I have had all three of my kids naturally, and I have been able to recover well, and I feel like these items that I'm going to be sharing with you are all very basic, but also very necessary. Third on the list is going to be the peri bottle. You get a peri bottle at the hospital, so you don't need to buy a fancy peri bottle. However, if you want to buy a peri bottle, Freedom Mom peri bottle is said to be like the creme de la creme of peri bottles. So if you want to get a nice one, go on Amazon and get yourself a Freedom Mom peri bottle. But I do not have a peri bottle with me because I just wait till I get to the hospital because they give me one and it works just fine. The next thing that I really like to have on hand is just a cheap pair of boy short underwear from Walmart. So I have not gotten these yet. I'm gonna go get a pair of like 5 and just have them in my postpartum kit. They can get ruined, they're not nice, but they're stretchy and comfortable, and they fit the Maxi Pad really nicely, and so that's kind of why I like the boy short ones. Next up on the list are these perennial pads, and they're hot and cold packs. So I've actually never tried these before. I'll show you what they look like here. I will link these ones in the description box below, but they've gotten great reviews, and it's just a nice way to either heat or cool down there if you need it. And they're also really nice to use if you're breastfeeding. You can heat or cool these to give yourself just some relief in this area. And I just really like that they're black, and so they can be washed and they aren't going to get ruined. And so these are definitely something that I'm excited to try out. I will say I've never done it before, but I have in the past noticed that I've needed this and I've just kind of suffered through without it. And so I'm excited to give these a shot. The things that I packed in my postpartum care box when I was pregnant with my first child, I got the Tux wipes, I got the Dermaplast spray, and I didn't use either one of those two things. I just felt like I bought them and then I ended up throwing them away later on. And so I hope that these simple items of the Maxi Pads, the Advil, the boy short underwear, the ice cold packs, those will be enough to kind of get me through and heal. Obviously, if I have a C-section, I'm going to be probably struggling and looking on YouTube on what to get because I'm just not really prepared in that area. But for the most part, I feel like those simple items will get you through even one of the hardest vaginal deliveries. So go for it, try those products out, and let me know how you like them. Like I said, I like to have a little basket next to the toilet with all of this stuff so I'm not running around trying to find it as I need it, especially in the middle of the night when I need to change out a pad or I need to grab some Advil or whatever I'm doing. It's just nice to have it in one spot right next to the toilet or in your bathroom. The next thing that I really like to be prepared with and just have everything that I need on hand is my nursing supplies. Now, I have had a mix of kids that have nursed and or bottle fed. So my first son, I nursed him for about 6-7 months, and then I got pregnant with my second and my milk supply went away. So I had to switch him from nursing to bottles. And that was a transition because I wasn't ready for it. And so when I show you my nursing supplies, I'm also going to be showing you a few bottle supplies as well, just to have on hand in case you need them as you're learning how to nurse. When my second son was nursing, we nursed about 9 months, and then I got pregnant with my third son and my milk supply went away. So I had to transfer him to bottles at 9 months. And then my third son came along and we just nursed the entire year. And so I had 3 completely different experiences with nursing / bottle feeding. And so I think just getting prepared in this area is really, really important. Number 1 on my list for nursing supplies you must have on hand before the baby comes is a haka. And if you haven't heard of this, it's basically a funny word for a suction cup that you use on your boob. And it basically is this little suction cup and it has a stopper here that you can plug, but basically you put it on one side as you're nursing. It's just so nice to have, especially to catch milk that might be lost. I really, really like this thing. I didn't pick it up until my second kid, and it's worth all the hype, and I would highly recommend getting one of these. Second up on the list is these Lancino breast milk baggies. These are great to have, especially if you use the haka. It's really, really nice to just be able to throw that milk in a baggie, put it in the freezer, and store it for later. These, if you're planning on pumping, obviously these are really great to have. And then if you're planning on bottle feeding even, these are great to have too, just to save a little milk if you do nurse for the first little while. Moving on in the nursing department, I like to have bamboo breast pads here for when you're nursing. And so I have 2 different brands here. I have the Bamboobies. They come in like a cute heart shape or in a circle. And they're very absorbent. I absolutely love these. Bamboobies do a great job. But I actually wanted to try out a different brand for this last baby because I just had heard really good things. These are from Kindred Bravely, and they're just circles, but I really liked the bag that they came in, and it just made it seem more organized to me. And so I'm excited to try these ones out as well. And I think it's really good to have all of your breast pads kind of in different places. And so with these, I didn't have enough for just all the places I wanted to put them. So I'll put some behind me in my dresser. I'll put some in the car. I will put some in the nursery. I'll put some in the diaper bag. I'll just have them everywhere because you never know when you're going to be needing to use them. And there's nothing worse than leaking milk all over your shirt when you have a letdown. And so I just like to go extra credit with these and get more than I need. And I know that these are really great to use for other things after baby is done nursing. Kind of on the same note of nursing directly are these vitamin D drops. So if you plan on nursing, I think it's really important to give your baby a vitamin D drop. I believe it's after the first month. I usually don't start for a couple of weeks, but once you start establishing your nursing routine, give your baby a drop of vitamin D drops, just put it on your nipple and have them have the vitamin D, and they won't be low in vitamin D. My pediatrician recommended these with every single kid, and I really like this Zarbee's Natural Baby brand. Next up is coconut oil. I love rubbing it on my nipples after I am like tender, or just having it for that area when baby is just constantly nursing. It's just nice to have a little on hand. I also really like to use breast milk to repair sore nipples. It works wonders. It's like nature's miracle for helping relieve cracks and sores and just pain. And so if you don't have coconut oil on hand, just use breast milk. It works better than any nipple cream in my opinion, and it's a lot cheaper. Next up, I cannot leave out nursing bras. So this time around, I'm going to be trying the Bravado nursing bra. I've heard nothing but awesome things about these. I wish I would have had them sooner. I'm so excited to try them out, but they're super stretchy, super comfortable, and they support you well. So if you guys haven't tried these, I recommend you do. Nothing but awesome things to say about the Bravado Nursing Bra. I got 2 of this brand, and then I also have 2 nursing tanks that I have. I have full shirt nursing tanks that I like to wear in the hospital. I also like to wear them under camis and whatnot, and so I would recommend getting a few of these little snap tanks to nurse in. Next up is a car seat cover / nursing cover. So I usually like to just nurse where I'm gonna nurse, but sometimes it's nice to just cover up. It can be awkward if you're in certain places and you just want to be covered up, or if it's cold. Whatever the situation might be, I love pairing the car seat cover. So I have one from Copper Pearl here, and it can go over your head. I can show you how it works. You just put it over your head like so, and then you can get the baby under and keeps your hands free. It's really, really easy to put on, and it gives you full coverage when you are nursing. And so I like this one because it serves as a nursing cover and a car seat cover. Next up are bottles. This might seem weird if you're nursing, you're thinking, well, why do I need a bottle? But it is so nice, especially if you're a first-time mom or even a second-time mom or whatever you are, and you just don't know how your baby's gonna react to nursing. It's really, really nice to have just a bottle or 2 on hand, just to have, just in case. I also buy a can of formula just in case things are going completely sideways. I'm not running out at midnight to Walmart to go get formula. I have it all ready to go. Even if I don't use it, it's just nice to have as a backup plan and a peace of mind, especially if you've never nursed before. It's just a good, maybe, security option. And so I just have these Nano Baby bottles right here, which I'm excited to try out. I've tried out the Como Tomo bottles too. I will leave that video above, but I just really like having an extra bottle or 2, especially if I need a break and I want my husband just to feed one feeding. It's just really good to have a couple bottles on hand, even if you don't plan on using them. Last, in the nursing department, I really like to have a good pair of pajamas. I remember with my first, I didn't have a good pair of nursing pajamas and I was constantly cold. I had my shirt off in the middle of the night and my shoulders were always cold. And I just never really figured out the best pajama situation. And I never liked being cold in the middle of the night. And so as I've had more kids, I've learned which pajamas work great, which ones I can just pull down from the top, and which ones I can't. And so I found a really awesome pair from Soma. They're just some cute long pants that are soft, and then this shirt here, which is just a short sleeve black shirt, but it's really stretchy, and so I can pull it down and nurse with no problems. And my shoulders are covered, which is a win-win because I hate being cold in the middle of the night nursing. It's the worst thing ever. And so investing in a good pair of pajamas, preferably black ones in case you do stain them, is a great way to go. Hey everyone, I wanted to come back on and talk about this After Ease for pregnancy. These drops, they're from Wish Garden, and they've gotten amazing reviews on Amazon. And it's after you have your baby, those contractions that happen when you're breastfeeding. And every single child, it gets worse. And so I've heard such great things about these. I really, really want to try these. And so this is also going to be in my postpartum kit. And so I wanted to add this to the video because this is going to be a huge part of my healing. Got this on Amazon. I will leave a link in the description box below, but definitely wanted to come on here and video this for you guys because I did not mention it before. I also too wanted to mention a few essentials that don't really have anything to do with postpartum or nursing, but they also just really have helped me as a mom with my mental health and just me feeling good about myself, especially after the baby is born, when I'm really tired, I'm sleep deprived, and I just feel kind of not my best self. And so the first thing I keep by my bedside as I'm nursing, as I have a new baby, is I always keep this Mount Lai, I think it's called, rose quartz roller, but it looks like this. And it just feels so good if you just want to roll your face and just work out all the knots in your shoulders and in your neck, especially if you're like hunching over to nurse. I really have loved this so much. I really think doing a little bit of self-care, especially in those first few months, will help you out so much with your mental health. Next up is this lavender heat bag. Again, if you're hunched over, if you're nursing, and your just neck is tight and you're tired, there's nothing better than smelling lavender and having a heat pack on your shoulders to keep you warm, especially if you're cold at night. It's just so nice. So I had been gifted this for Christmas this year, and I'm really excited to give it a try, especially during those long nights and long days of having a newborn. And finally, you can kind of see it behind me, but I have a diffuser, and it just diffuses essential oils, and it keeps my room smelling really nice and calm, and it's just something that I enjoy thoroughly. So right now I have lavender diffusing. I think it's just a really nice way to keep the aromas very fresh in your room, making it a good spot to hang out for a while. Another thing that has nothing to do with recovery, but I love them because they make me feel just cleaner on my face and taking the wrinkles away, especially when I'm losing sleep and I don't feel like my best self, are these Frownies. They are facial patches, and you just stick them on your forehead, around your eyes, maybe around your mouth where you have wrinkles, and it stretches your skin out and makes your skin look more smooth. And it's just one little thing you can do to make yourself feel better as a mom, better about your face, and a little less tired. But they've been wonderful, and if anything, they've not only worked taking away like the fine wrinkles, which I need to use them right now, but they have really just made me feel better about myself, and I really like just the feeling that they give off. So they're very effective, and they do wonders, especially postpartum. Well, I hope you guys like this video. I will be doing a few more of these as we get closer to the arrival of our fourth baby. I feel like I'm just doing lots of nesting, and I'm doing a lot of planning, and so I just wanted to bring the camera along with me as I did this stuff, as I organized. And I also wanted to kind of let you guys in on what I use and really what I didn't use and what I didn't think was very important. And so if you like this video, I hope you like and subscribe, follow along with the journey. I do a video every week on motherhood things, simple living things, and food from scratch. And I also have a podcast that I talk a lot about all sorts of motherhood things. I did an entire podcast on postpartum essentials, as well as my baby essentials and what things I'm not using for baby. So check that out too. I will leave it in the description box below. So I look forward to seeing you guys around the house next week for another video.